Alright, so we have a huge problem with oxygen. As we've seen in the end of the last one, I have 8 electrolyzers going with water. I'm not doing the electrolyzer electrode recipe. If we look in here at making oxygen and hydrogen from water, we can do 100 water to 30 and 40 at 4, which we're actually doing at 2.6 because we're running number 2s. Or we can do it with an electrolyzer electrode, same everything except we get the used one out, but it's half of the time. So basically we could just make 8 more of these and do the same thing without having to mess with the electrolyzer. The electrolyzer electrode needs purified water to clean it, which is going to give us the mineralized water and regular water back out and a clean one. We're already dealing with mineralized water. We don't need to deal with more. It could be a way of us getting extra iron and copper out of just water. If we run that with the crystal stuff that we're getting ready to set up, but that'll be something that we'll think about for the future. But if I do purified water instead, I get 40 and 60 instead of 30 and 40. Same amount of time will give me 10 extra oxygen and 20 extra hydrogen, and we're burning our hydrogen for power, so that wouldn't be bad. And then we can still do this as well. Or we can go with compressed air, which is going to give us nitrogen and oxygen. This is going to give us extra oxygen. We can flare stack the nitrogen until we need to use it, which we will be using it for silicon real soon. We're also going to need to start putting nitrogen with the hydrogen and that catalyst stuff to make ammonia. And we need the ammonia to make ammonium nitrate so we can have our rocket boosters finally. And we have to make nitric acid, which comes from nitrogen dioxide, which needs compressed air as well, with sodium nitrate, and the sodium nitrate we're already getting. So, long story short, we're going to try a couple things today. One is there's a cooling tower, and we're going to make one of these bad boys because if I understand correctly, I should be able to stick this onto a boiler, which I'm thinking we can do it right here to this excess we have, and we can use a overflow valve like that. That'll send any excess we have into that cooler. And there's a steam to purified water. So then, if I just give a bit of power to this, we have purified water. So that's one thing we can do to get purified water. And then we can set that up to go into our electrolyzers instead of regular water. So I think that's the first thing we're going to do, because it'll give us extra oxygen and hydrogen, and we're going to be needing the hydrogen for the rocket booster things. So since we have this area pretty well cleaned out, we have this one that's still got 300 in it. I want to see if I can... Nope, I can't. I don't know where that last little bit is, but I can't get to it Maybe I can... If I scoot this over here... There we go. Now I can use 2 of them. And that'll get it out of there a little bit faster and get it out of my way. But we're going to go ahead and clear this area out. And we're going to move our electrolyzers basically over into this area instead of here. And try to refubble this with some cooling towers. And we also need to make the air compressors. Not sure where they are. There they are, air filters. So I need a bit of iron. I can go ahead and make those level 2. I just need to get a bit of iron in my inventory. We're doing pretty good on storing up iron. Kind of nice. And I think I may change that second iron over that's not running right now. I may hook it back up and leave it for regular iron. And set the first one up to use silicon. That way if we ever run out of silicon, the other one can still run. But I want to get the rubber stuff so I can turn them on and off as well. Okay, so where was that air thing? Is it in this one? That's a lot of crap in there. I don't see it in there. Ah, it's this one. Alright, so let's make 2 of those. It shouldn't take too awful long. While this does its thing and that gets created, I'm going to go empty my inventory. I'll be right back. Alright, so we got our air filters done. I only cleaned out a little bit of my inventory. For right now, we're going to set these up, which are going to make us air. And then we just need to... A chemical plant? Why would we not electrolyze it? But okay. So we need to make some chem plants, which are right there. Make 2 for the moment, because I really didn't check the recipe there. And we need nitrogen. Air separation. There we go. So for right now, we're going to hook... Well, not like that. We're going to hook both of them up. Just like that. And we'll see how that works. Let's move this up here out of the way. And then for right now, we're just going to completely flare stack that nitrogen just to get it the hell out of the way. Because we honestly don't care at the moment. We will, don't get me wrong. We just don't right this second. Right now, we just need oxygen. And we need it bad. So it looks like 2-to-1 is about the right recipe to get this done. So let's go ahead and make 2 more of the air filter 2s. And we'll hook up the other one. Are you guys still not done with that? Got 50 left. Well, move your ass. I'm getting some nice surges of oxygen in there, just not enough yet. Alright, it looks like that one's actually not running, so let's hook up another one. And we'll take the flare stack and we'll just bring these out like that. And we'll take the flare stack, put it right there. And that'll be able to handle both of them. So what is the numbers on this? So 141.143, and this says 3. So this should be able to handle 2 of them. But it just doesn't seem like it. Let's try 3-to-2. See how that works. Because now those 2 ran out for a second. We'll see if that'll... if 3-to-2 is a better ratio. But so far it's looking good. Hey look, it's finally done. All that ammonium is finally out of there. So we can go ahead and rip this all out. And yes, I'm getting a little bit of it in my inventory, and I'll have to go empty that later. Don't really care. I just want to get that out of my damn inventory. Alright, so we're going to start by taking out these 2. And we're going to put them in right here. But we're going to set them to do purified water. And we want them to go that direction. And then we're going to take this out. And we're probably going to end up setting up an actual like heater or boiler, probably a boiler, down here rather than just doing it the way I am right now. Where'd that cooling tower go? There it is. So we can put that right there. And then we can run that over like that. Set it into there. We'll bring us a power line in. Connect that there. That there. And now that's moving. And now we got to get the oxygen and the hydrogen back over there. I'm going to have to do the oxygen there. And I really don't like them being like that. I really should move one of these over one. It's a real pain having them side by side like that. Or what I can do is the same thing I did over yonder, which is bring them up and out of the way. And then I can do that for the oxygen. That'll be for the hydrogen. And then we just got to splice this back in over here. Which... move that out of there. It's actually not needed. Alright, so that'll be the oxygen. And then the hydrogen is down here. That'll work to get rid of that. So, oh, we've got all kinds of purified water just waiting to be electrolyzed. Alright, so I'm going to basically go through, rip all of these out and set them up over here. And then we'll probably redo all of the piping, because this is a piping disaster. And the good thing about doing this is we don't have the extra slag coming out, so we won't have to deal with all the belts. So I will be right back. Alright, we got it all done. So I just put all of our electrolyzers straight across there. I moved the cooling thing up here and put in a second one. And as you can see, we are full up on hydrogen because we're not burning any currently. So we're going to have to deal with that. But at the moment, we're full on oxygen, so it's not a big deal. Well, we're not full, but we have enough because we're not actually burning any carbon right now, so our carbon is actually full. And we have this thing down here that's filling us up with oxygen as well. So these will only run when they absolutely have to. And as soon as nighttime comes, I'm sure these will kick in. But we got that all dealt with, so now our major thing is getting the slurry stuff done so we can deal with this excess we have of mineralized water, since we are way over on our amount of green stuff. We can't run most of these right now to get rid of it. So that's what we'll be doing in the next one, is working on that crystallized slurry stuff and see if we can get rid of some more of this mineralized water that way. But hopefully this will work well for me to get my oxygen now. And I'll see you guys next time.